talk to me, talk to me. Because when I come, I'm coming with a sound. And I'm going to walk straight through your dilemma. I'm going to walk you through whatever it is you've been. I'm going to walk you through it. But I just need to know, are you ready for the sound? There's a shakeup in the sound. So then now he creates the element. He sets the stage for the earth and the ground for the people of God. And as he sets the stage for anointed men of God who's prepared for this hour in this dispensation. Dispensation simply means dispense. In other words, what it means then that before anything can happen now and before I can really move, you got to show up because I'm dispensing you or dispensing you. So a lot of people are lying in a cut waiting for somebody to do that. God said, I'm calling you forth. I'm anointing you because you set the stage for the dispensation. So what I do now is I raise up some people that are in dilemma to save the people from their shame. So he sets the stage now. He prepares a way for them, and he calls for the Adam. In other words, Adam simply means a man or a man with an Adam nature or with the nature of Adam or man or the ground. Because I've already given you my deity. I'm just now got to deal with these humanity issues here. And if I can get past that, I'm going to do what I need to do. And since our land is in trouble and is bleeding because it comes out of red earth, I have to bless you in this hour, this season, in this time. So what I do now is I change the tone of the atmosphere. What we're dealing with between January and April 1st, we've been dealing with the spirit of distraction. You ever been through some stuff that you've been through? All it is distraction. God is about to elevate the people of God. We're worrying about where the economy is acting up, and it looks like everything is crazy. So what he does prophetically, woman of God, he said, what I'll do, I'll control the economics. Because when you deal with dispensation, you deal with economics. The word dispensation comes out of the word economics because it simply means you got to dispense something. So what I do now is that I set the church up for the transfer of wealth. So what I'll do is in the economy is I'll drop things down and make the economy look bad. And see, what I'll do is I'll give you a foreclosure house for $150,000 when it's worth $400,000. And when you purchase it for $150, I'll shoot the economy up. You'll refinance it and live well. So he said, I shift my people so I can bless them. So in the meantime, I'll just let my spirit walk through the garden looking for you. Touch two people, say, Adam, where are you? Where are you? So he said, what you can't afford, I'll let it happen in a dilemma. Because you got to know that he's about to show up anyway. He's about to make things happen. He's doing something for the church right now. So what he does now in the midst of it, man of God, is what he'll do now is he'll let those in the church go through the dilemmas. Those are the whining saints and the crying saints. Those are the ones that are operating in fear while the saints in faith are holding on. Because the one that have been in fear had enjoyed the luxury of what I told you before. They enjoyed the luxury of playing around. So what God will do is let them operate in fear, and they'll leave the church, and he'll raise up faith in the church. And then because what he does now, he said, now let's really have some church. He said, because after all, they've been playing for so long. So what I'll do is raise up an Adam, and I'll make them know. If I didn't throw my topic on you, look at the person next to you and say, neighbor, can you survive the cut? That's really what it is. Can you survive the cut? Because you got to understand what he did here now is he had to put Adam to sleep, and he had to mess with the rib, and he had to cut him. And see, a lot of time Adams can't survive the cut. Oh God, in this place. So what he's doing right now, because there are many leaders who are on the scene can't survive the cut. He'll raise up those who's been through the cut of life, been through the cut of drugs and addiction, been through the cut of hurts and pain, church hurt, dealing with church blockers, dream busters and liars and scandals in the church. And he'll raise up those who did not die in the midst of the cut, in the midst of telling you'll never be be nothing. Your ministry will never go anywhere. You'll leave and walk away, and I won't anoint you. I won't celebrate you. I didn't release you. The devil is a lie. My anointing goes with me because I can survive the cut. Touch two people, say, I can survive the cut. This is the hour where God is raising up people of God that can survive the cut. I feel my help coming on. See, you got to understand what's happening right now. There's corruption in the land. There's deception in the land. The enemy is doing what he's doing right now. But God said, I'm raising up people who can survive the cut. Look at them, neighbor. Say, neighbor, can you survive the cut? Woo! Can you survive the pain? Can you survive this breaking? Can you survive this loss? Can you survive the dilemma? Can you survive what the enemy threw at you? Can you survive the divorce? Can you survive the scandal? Can you survive the wrap around you? Can you survive almost shooting yourself? Can you survive almost losing your mind? Can you survive all the stuff that you've been? So I raise up one who can survive the cut. Talk to me and say, can you survive the cut? When they came in and Jezebel seduced you, and she came against your mind, and she tried to break you down and say that she love you and separate your family, you got to understand, can you survive it? Can you survive your baby daddy mess? Can you survive the woman that left your mess? You got to know what I do is I send my voice in the garden looking for those who survive the cut. Talk to people, say, can you survive the cut? Can you survive the cut? So what I do now, I cause you to have to deal with the cut. You know how it is when you play sports and they have all the best of the best and you in reserve, but you lie in the cut. And when the reserve have to show up for the cut, when Paxton made the reserve shot in, I believe, 87, it was the hit of history. He survived the cut. But what was great about his shot is 10 years later, almost 20 years later, now he almost run the team. See, you got to make the shot that they're going to remember 20 years later. And to give you the authority to know that God have not forgot you in the midst of the cut. So what he does now is he prepare people who understand the word cut and understand the word survival. So now then what he does now, he said, have you been cut out for this one? Because a lot of people go in and they don't want to be operate, so they don't want to be cut on. But yet and still you can tattoo your body and do all those things excruciating by relationships and things that you've done, Adam. And go through all that you've been through. But what you do is you blame her for what you've done. It didn't happen until you ate. You ate the mess. But can you survive the cut now? What is God is about to do prophetically, men and women of God. You have to look at the dispensation that we're in. Even from the government as well as the natural standpoint. Right now it's quiet in the church realm. But in the political realm, God is emerging leaders right now. It's a fight for the oil, I told you. So he said, I raise up a prophetic person. So in the midst of the church dilemma, not into June yet, give it a little time, he'll raise up somebody. But what he does now is he lie leaders in the cut. Even the greatest leaders right now wondering what's going on. TBN ain't brought nothing out you. They're using all the old stuff. So what God does now is he lie you in the cut because he knows there's enough blood in the earth by way of what you've been through in your walk with the Lord. You know 2007 messed up. One of the things about 2007, I tell anybody, it messed up. Let me get to 2008. You know a lot of you been through some stuff in 2007. Some stuff you wasn't supposed to have been in. Some stuff that you got yourself in. It's just a miracle to get to 2008. Matter of fact, it's just a miracle to be in this place today with all the hell that's around you, with all the stuff that's going on in your mind, the war and the battleground that you find. It's just a miracle getting yourself here without nobody knowing what you did last night. Oh, God, in this place, with the stuff that you've been through, the life that you live, the challenges that you've been faced with mentally and emotionally, to be in the place to say, I can survive the cut. Touch two people, say, can you survive this cut? So what he does now, he said, have you been cut out for this one? This is